to the Young Content Show.
Peace, beloved, peace. It's your homie, Young Content, the unofficial sensei of the culture, mastering youthfulness, contentment, and NFTs. And you're at the dojo. I do have the sound bite. I don't know if I'm going through technical difficulties right now, if I'm going to completely destroy my dojo. Welcome to the dojo. Welcome. How's your mind? How's your energy? Hopefully you can hear me. Hold on, let me go to the chat real quick. Blessings, we hear it all. Thank God himself. We also have a goddess in here. She's okay. The ninjas got her here safely. Let me turn the stupid Discord off, because then those notifications are going to bother me. Tweak me out. How's your mind? How's your energy? Yes, it's been an awesome week so far. We have an awesome show for you. This person, this legend we're about to bring in, as you see from the title, Web3 music. The world goes crazy for our music in Web3. We're going to get the fucking alpha inside scoop. We're going to make it under 30 minutes. You know the drill. A lot of Adderall. A lot of good vibes. And without further ado, let me stop talking. Tell your grandma to get in here. All the jazz. Let me introduce you to Charm Taylor. Peace, beloved. Peace.
Peace, Young Content. I was wondering, was it Young Content? Because you know everybody's content. Or was it Young Content? And I love that it's Young Content. So peace.
Peace. Yes, I love your whole vibe. I see you everywhere. And it was only right you got on the show. I mean, this is episode 125. So welcome to episode 125. And people can listen to the podcast. For those, can you guys hear her? Please let me know. Let me actually check my phone. So I'm not. Hold on. Boom, it works. Holy shit, I'm fucking so happy. I was suffering a glitch today. You know when life glitches out? You ever experienced that?
Mega glitches. My favorite are glitches in the matrix, like things that are supposed to work on a macro level that don't work. I get excited by that. I don't get as excited by like personal crisis.
Sheesh. You're kind of a big deal in this game. I mean, Tony and Diamond They put me on you. Some of your collectors, or you're selling music videos for like, I don't know, a lot of money. You kind of pioneered Sound XYZ. Am I correct to this, or what?
I mean, I'm one of the first artists to be, jamming in Web3. I think all of us are making our imprint, but shout out to Sound.
For those that don't know who you are, give them the spiel. Give me like 30 seconds of who's Charm.
So peace, y'all. I'm Charm Taylor. I'm down here with Young Content from the Future South, based here in New Orleans. My people are from the Delta. I was born up in the river, came back to the South. I've been an artist, a builder. Hell, I didn't open up schools. I have a wellness practice. I've birthed 2 children and I'm keeping them alive. Give thanks. They're playing in the backyard right now while we're waiting on them back.
2 children, let's go.
It's a real thing that's happening right now. I've like had my music synced with Bose Audio and the NFL and ESPN. It's like very like high energy, like turn your whole life around type music. So I can see that. I used to have a rock and roll band. I basically I done a lot. I ain't done it all. I'm not finished, but I've done a lot. And Web3 is the next thing. It's clearly the future. And, she is the future. The future is right now.
Absolutely. Hit Money Eat says blessings. He said, good to meet you, Charm. Also says Alpha Mama. For sure. That's APO. Alpha plays only. Alpha Mamas only. MAMO. For sure. AMO. Here we go. And so for those, I mean, that's really awesome. What is your take with music of Web 2? Music of Web3? What needs to happen? What's the infrastructure like? How can we break the doors and bring down, bring more charms in here? I know there's one of a kind though. So
I was gonna say, here's the thing. I think though Web3 is a place where it's ready and like willing to accept and amplify people's authentic selves. I think that's what's, there's all this freedom, creative sovereignty up in here. I think there's a lot of people who want to meet artists at their value. So it feels good to be an artist boss, you know what I'm saying? In community with other people who recognize your value and you recognize and you meet each other there. So that's dope. I look at you and your podcast and your artistry, you know what I'm saying? Your whole vibe is like you just doing you, and people are like, I want to meet Young in the dojo. So like, I think Web3 is this massive space and time. It's really a new future timeline, to be honest. And I think it's an opportunity for a lot of minds to connect and like do some groundbreaking things.
Nice.
So that's what I believe. I know that music is the shift though. Music and art, the culture always moves the world. So I'm excited to be on this side of time, creating and connecting and building with all these futurists, these future forward people.
I love that. I'm big into the Web3 gaming side, and a lot of these big corporations are scared to move into Web3 because they don't want to mess up their old user base, of gamers. The music side, I feel like who's gonna really break out is the indie, because you guys could do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. What's that limitless creativity? How does that help you? Do whatever you want in Web3 music.
So I have a song, one of my songs called UFO, right? So just follow me. I released UFO with an indie imprint called Sinking City Records that's based here in New Orleans. And we did like a 45 record. I'm a big vinyl head, and vinyl is what like really helped me understand the concept of a digital collectible of an NFT, but I digress. So we cut this 45 together of a song called UFO, Young, and I was like, I don't want to release a single, I want to release a double. And at the time, this was a couple years ago, at the time they were like, what do you mean? And I was like, yeah, like I want to give the people more. Why do I have to just give them a single if I have 2 fire versions of this song? 2 fire producers who did their own take on this song. Both are super wavy. Why can't I give the people that at the same time? Like, why can't I play with the distribution model? Why can't I experiment with that? I'm a very abundant being. We're very abundant. We're very rich-minded people. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give the people more. And I remember like crafting this press release with the publicist I was working with at the time. And like, you know, shout out to Sinking City. They're fairly big minded too. So they were rocking with the goddess and they were like, okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. We're going to, on one side of the 45 will be one version of UFO, on the other will be another. And you put the lyrics there. But what is that going to look like on a streaming platform? Like, how do we package? And so much of Web 2 is about like, how do we find a limiting formulaic play-by-play type thing and press play and run the program? And it's about streamlining and fixing things so that they flow a certain way. And like the mechanics and the machine of it all just don't really serve, you know, a very expansive being. And I remember in the song talking about like, I showed up too big, you know, I'm showing up too big right now. People don't get it, even, you know, but now I'm like, then found my people who get it.
Facts. I mean, I feel like I showed up too big. I had a conversation with an artist named Mark the Habibi. I don't know if you know Mark. He's like famous in the Web3 art scene, and he stayed over my house one time. When I was really broke in 2016, and I had all this NFT writings on the wall here, and I was thinking too big at that time. You know what I mean? But when you're early on something, I feel like, you know, you kind of look. Madness is the only thing that drives something forward. You know, the mad ones made the engine. I don't know. The mad people do it.
Yeah, you got to be crazy enough to think that you can change the world. Like Asada Shakur said, the weak go along and the strong go crazy. And I think there should be new possibilities for us, though. Like that's the magic of being a futurist. Is like I'm writing the plays. I'm writing me into the future. I'm writing all these folks in ways that I want to exist. I'm building it. You know, I'm creating it so that it exists.
Nice. Can you tell the audience a little bit about what Zorotopia is? I mean, I've been seeing that. Were you a part of that this year?
Zorotopia. I gotta show big love to Zorotopia. That's the Queen Latasha. Latasha founded Zorotopia, and Day and that whole team over there has built out Zorotopia to be. It feels like a hug from the culture. You know what I'm saying? They pay people right. They do this for the right reasons. It's a live music festival experience that has like online education and cultural components. And so, you know, they had onboarded a lot of music and creators came through Zorotopia with Latasha, like on the Zoom, learning about how to do Web3 music. And so I love this idea of like it continuing to be sustainable and like be a thing, right? Because sometimes people make the sacrifices and put all of the ashe, the energy on something, and then they dissipate. What I love about Zorotopia is like, you know, no, they are here and they're gonna be here for the long term. So I love that. Shout out to Zorotopia. I got a chance to perform this year and at Zorotopia Miami.
Yeah, I heard it was a big deal.
It was crazy. And I also moderated a panel on abundance, on the abundance mindset in Web3.
Let's go. I love that. Are you with this Web3 culture, what's in the music culture, what am I missing? You know, I don't feel like I'm fully tapped in. I know there's struggles, I know there's pains. I know there's, you know, it's like the underground Charlotte scene, you know, we don't get seen a lot, you know, we got this fucking corporate money to fight. What is the vibe of that energy there, huh?
You know what, Young? You got to listen to the music. So here's the thing. Did you have a song when the show started? I didn't hear on my side. I was behind the curtain. Was there music playing?
Yeah, there's an intro, everything, yep.
Okay, boom. So you already love music. Boom. You already love music. You talking to it. You being intentional about building with a musician. And so you're further along than a lot of folks who are in the larger Web3 space. I'm gonna tell you right now, music NFTs ain't going nowhere, honey, okay? But I think that's something that we have to be super intentional about as we like fix our minds on like onboarding. Onboard is like really co-boarding, and we need to like merge all of the world.
I haven't heard that chat in a minute. I actually think she just pioneered that.
Yeah, it's a lot of things I'm gonna say, because that's what I mean by writing it. I'm writing it right now as we speak. So we gotta co-board, we gotta coexist. I gotta know what's going on with Young and with NFTs, art and music and PFP.
You just don't turn a goddamn blender on and leave it on.
The whole thing, mix it up. I need to know. The people need to know, and that's how we're gonna sustain this thing. But if I'm a multidisciplinary and maybe I think that way because I am a multidisciplinary, so that's a bad example. But if I'm like a software developer and I got this product I'm launching, but I'm only talking to devs, right? I'm doing myself a disservice and not really getting into the full vibe, the full ethos of Web3, which is built this thing alongside one another. So I need to be talking to everybody. And I feel that way too. I need to know if you're collecting music NFTs. If you don't, you need to go pick up one. You need to go connect with the music.
Can you give me like a crash course real quick? I could share the screen. Can you send me a link or something that I could check of yours or anybody real quick on Twitter? We're in that Twitter chat. Something that I can share a screen with and kind of do this in real time.
Okay, so the most efficient way for you right now to go check out a music NFT, is that's your question? You're going to go to my pinned tweet. If you go to my pinned tweet.
All right, guys, let's do this right now. Hold on, let me share screen share here. Okay. Actually, what the fuck? Oh yeah, actually, I'm good. Holy shit, I'm gonna freak out. Your pinned tweet.
Go to my pinned tweet.
Okay.
So boom. You're gonna see Green Acres. You're gonna see Green Acres, right?
Yeah.
Soulful Boom Back Classic. You see that right there?
Yep.
About being and living on purpose, about self-actualization. So boom, that's called a one-of-one music NFT. It means it's only one of them. That's the only one. And I minted it on Catalog. Big love to Catalog. I'm curating for season 3 of Catalog.
Can I press that link?
You can. So you're going to press that Beta Catalog link, right? It's going to take you to another music NFT marketplace. A lot of people know about Sound XYZ. That's where the editions live. I got a fire secondary market over there. But this is also a part of the music NFT scene. Just like there's one-of-one pieces of art, there's a one-of-one of music. The photography is breathtaking. You feel me? That's me in Cotton Plant, Arkansas.
I love that.
On the shooting, doing a lot of ancestral work and shooting and archiving that work as I went along. And so you could collect this one-of-one off a catalog. And then if you do that, you go back to the pinned tweet, you'll see on the thread, not only are you going to get the actual record one-of-one press, period, you're also going to get the music short film, which I minted on Zora, another fire NFT marketplace. So you just open up the thread all the way and you'll see the second post. It says the collector receives a one-of-one music short film. And these two I minted separately, but I decided that I want them to live in the same vault. So I'm allowing folks to collect them. I basically get an artist edition airdrop of that music visual. And, it's just, I want them to be together. I've decided. So that's like a one-of-one I have available. Now on the edition tip, you feel me? I tagged you in something earlier you could check out. That's on Zora right now. I actually minted out all of the visual art that we showed in Zoratopia behind my performances. So I was, bars.
You minted out. That's awesome.
And the art was behind me that I created, right? I created the visual art and then I minted that on Zora and I put a song with it. So you can get the last song that I performed on that set and all of the art as like a 0.01 E. Right? You can get you a drop. So I could send you that too. I think I tagged you that in that earlier.
So owning that one-of-one, does that give because Tony's in the chat says the future is now. Is that giving me the access to all your future stuff? Is that royalties attached to it? Does Catalog help with that? Like, say if you become the next biggest thing?
Well, so 2 questions you're asking here. So first of all, peace, Tony. You're absolutely correct. Okay, the future is happening right now. I will say number 1, this is an artist-owned contract on Catalog. If you want to resell this on a secondary market, you can do that. You can decide I'm going to hodl it because I see Charm just running up her value. I know she got vaults and I know she's going to continue to do groundbreaking shit in the world. And so I want to collect her this one-of-one. Right now, what it gets you is a one-of-one record pressed. And it also gets you a music short film, one-of-one press to go in your vault to do with it what you please. If you want to resell it on the secondary, you could do that. There's some people who buy the editions which are cheaper mint costs, and they may flip those on the secondary market. And what's beautiful about that is that royalties, young artists have royalties in the future. We have royalties.
Yeah. Say if you sell that for $1 million, 10% on that, right? For sure.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Awesome.
It is.
It seems like you're really tapped in. It's pretty beautiful seeing you talk about catalog sound. I don't do my music diligence enough. I do need like a liaison for the dojo itself. I have so much to run in the dojo, one-man army, but it's cool to see that I can come to you. You know, I interviewed Spotty Wi-Fi, Domino's Music. You are the third, probably the greatest one. And yeah, it's really cool to see that going down. It's like, holy smokes. Who is there a certain collector of yours that you want to shout out or show love to? Like, what's your collector base like?
Oh, I got a lot of ones. Young, so that ain't fair. I got a lot of ones. 118 true, unique, pure, real collectors.
Wow.
No box. You feel me? No payola. You know, just 118 people who believe in me. And that has been, man, it's a beautiful, it's not only a beautiful feeling, it's changed my life. You feel me? So when we talk about the people behind the tech, there's 118 people that heard my music, right? Who've been rocking with me on sound. I have drops on glass. So whether that's been music video drops, sound editions, drops that I've done on Zora, they've decided that they're messing with me the long way, you know? So I really appreciate them. 118 of them. Diamond is a collector.
Oh, shout out to Diamond. I see you, Diamond. Much love. She's a co-boarding as well. She's a co-boarder.
She's a model of what this is supposed to look like. They show, you know, she shows up to Zoratopia. She shows up to, you know, my different exhibitions that I've done. They've been there in the mix, still loving music and culture, you know, minting, you know, collecting and building. And I love her for that. And I've been excited because I get to like do all these impact projects. Of the 118 people who collect from me, 4 of them were people that I knew before Web3 who were just watching, and they're like, man, what do I have to do? How do I still support you in this new arena? And then the rest of them were people that I met in Web3. So this year I want to say I'm being more intentional and experimenting with how I can intentionally meet my day one folks where they are. And even though they're kind of like in this limbo between Web 2 and Web 2.5, I think some of that has to do with just a mindset of like, oh, how do I get these people who've been with me from day one to support me in a new way? And so we have some examples for that, right? We have like Patreon models, kind of help people cultivate a mindset for Web3, because Web3 first, you gotta have the mindset. And I think Patreon, the subscription-based models, Bandcamp been on that low key for a while with just like a pay what you want model, you know. But I want to be intentional about bringing those folks not in Web3 as an onboard or an on-ramp, but closer to the mindset that I think is really going to shift the creative industry, which is support artists at their value.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I think you don't hear that often in Twitter. It's a bunch of clout chasing, drama infestation, engagement farming, and it's I get it. You know, it's like the human psychology. Like a negative video of someone like doing something negative on YouTube will get way more views than anything positive, and it's just.
You know what I call that, Young?
Yeah.
You know what I call that?
What do you call it?
This song called Magnetic, and on Magnetic I say, clicking for the clout. I call that clout clicking. When you click for the clout, it's like a low hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? But it's good because it helps you see what other people are on. And then it helps you divest your energy from whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's a block or silence or unfollow. And you just redistribute your energy where it does, right, need to be. And so, you know, that's how I say preserve your peace, right? And tap into where you need to be. So
Tony asked a great question, guys. If you have any questions, please ask now. We're coming up like 5 more minutes of the show. Tony asks, why should artists get into Web3 music? I think we kind of touched that earlier, but want to answer that?
Yeah. So Tony, we kind of talked about that, and the truth is that if you are an artist and you're interested in new tools, new ways that push you into a more expansive realm where you're able to like explore new distribution models. I repeat, new distribution models. You know what I'm saying?
New distribution. Let's go.
New.
Go. Let's go.
Right. I know something about your energy has me on my DJ drama. Like it has me in a bag.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the wrong ad lib part, but keep going.
It's okay. You can watch the ad lib stuff. New distro. Yeah, just like I'm a fire rapper. I'm a legendary songwriter. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. It's challenged me. It's grown me to really step into the fullness of my creativity. Yeah. I just like, I've been to the Kennedy Center in this last year. I just did an exhibition at Tulane University on this. I installed a digital sound sculpture. You feel me? Just like, if you're just like a artist who wants to explore more sovereignty, more value, you know what I mean? And more like control over what you got going on. Like you're really interested in pursuing your destiny and like molding your own shit. Everybody's sick of releasing stuff into the void of streaming platforms. Like that can't be the only way. Like I'm not as excited about dropping something and be like, my stuff on Spotify today.
Straight void.
What else? At least in Web3, like that can be a part of the strategy.
Yeah.
That can be a part of the distro. I'm still going to release and not release as I want, as I see fit, as it makes sense for me to make that release. But it makes hell of a more sense for me to give that to 118 people, true collectors who mess with me the long way first, to give it to them first, and then decide, okay, however do you want? What else I'm gonna do with this? You know what I'm saying?
118 people, you got a city. You got a small city. Like you can really expand that shit.
Come on now. I like that.
Do you also think that like the Grammys needs to highlight maybe you as a Web3 artist for like a 10-minute segment? That needs to happen to really bring in like, wow, this is real shit here.
Young, let me tell you what's gonna happen. Okay, y'all, mark
give me
my
some
words.
Futurism here.
Here it is right now. So today is February 7th. Okay, 2025. Okay, we just finished watching the Grammys. Charm Taylor and all of her collectors and community were present because Charm Taylor
looking high fashion AF.
Come on now, deep style on style.
Yeah, geeked out in the right way.
Styled out, okay. Very red carpet, giving, okay, but has won a Grammy for the Social Impact Award, which, by the way, is in its second year of awarding an artist. Absolutely. So that's what we're looking at. And we're looking at, damn, what they mean impact. You mean musicians change the world? Yes. I mean, me and my collectors got together. We got on a DAO governance tip for the people. Mm-hmm. We started minting music NFTs that had direct impact in real world. And people were like, what? I thought crypto was scams. And we was like, nah, crypto is change. Web3 is about a whole new way. And so that's what happened. And you were there.
Wow. It's like a pilot without a pilot, but all the pilots are the collectors and they fly this shit together.
You already see the spaceship. You on a spaceship right now.
Sheesh! I got to give that sheesh moment here. Hold on. This is one of my favorite moments when someone says something like that. This is the sheesh choir. Here it goes. Sheesh! That was awesome. Yo, I could wrap that up there. I can contently die right now. I'm not going to. Don't ban me. That was actually pretty beautiful to see someone manifest their destiny right here in front of the camera. I think that was the first time that has happened on the show. It would happen with the legendary Charm Taylor. Please, on the description of this video, follow her. This is the part where I give you the gong, beloved. And the gong is the sacred sound of the dojo. You know how the gongs work. They're frequencies, right? So this frequency is going to allow you to speak the truth. So let it flow through you. And give us some of your truth. You can expose someone. Pretty sure you won't. You probably give us some insight and light. But let me play this gong. and let me play it loud. You have the floor.
So the truth is, we're creative enough, we're excited enough, we're passionate enough to make Web3, blockchain tech, actualize its true potential. But the time to do it is right now. Don't sleep on you, dream on you. Don't play with it. Do something that can change the world. You was here. We are here right now.
I love that. That is beautiful, and appreciate your presence on the show on episode 125. It was not in vain.
That's 8.
I can't wait to actually see you on the red carpet and just do like, just be my weird self doing the worm on that thing. And appreciate you, beloved. I cannot wait to see that 1-of-1 cell. I'm pretty sure it's going to get eaten up, and all this stuff you're doing is pretty beautiful. So don't be a stranger to the dojo. You're always welcome.
I will not. I will be back.
Awesome.
Or we will move forward. Thank you for inviting me, Young.
Of course.
I'm going to start inviting you to all my drops.
Absolutely.
I got a side drop. That's alpha. I got a side
project.
project.
Yeah. You got any alpha?
I got a side project about to drop on Valentine's Day. Ooh. It's me and my deep, deep love named Son Raheem. And he's fire. And we got some love raps for the culture coming February 14th to Sound XYZ.
Oh, snap. That sounds
But it's not going to be under my name. It's going to be under my side project name.
Gosh, I love that for you. I love that for me too. All right, guys, you heard it first. You already know. Follow her right there on the Twitter description. And thank you for all the podcast listeners. Live the dream, eat ice cream, and above all, stay content. Peace.
I can't wait to get my neck frozen. Each time it's stand for every night I was fucking homeless. Had to take these L's for me to get this focused. Might collect the pick that I can buy a home with. All this APO inside the dojo. I'm sure you wanna take a photo. Say you ain't going when you don't take risks. That's why you don't fall for FOMO.
Yeah, and I still shoot from the logo. How you get this far off a photo? They just always gon' hate what they don't know. All the seats like what I need a bag for. Running to these plays, no hassle. Couldn't spend what I spend on gas though. Now she wanna pull me in, no lasso. Would've bought a Montclair, didn't match though. Shit.
Man, you wanna act like an asshole. Man, you wanna burn this cat sight. Knew that fella and I got it from sight. Just started shit and I feel like I might to get my neck frozen. Each time it's